When we think about agility at this stage of agile development and getting into cloud and common data stores, we're still at the very early stages here. You know, the enterprises are still run with big databases. That will evolve over time, and so our examples of agile today many of them are citizen-facing. We're not dealing with personally identifiable information under the Privacy Act. We're not dealing with systems that have to scale to many millions of users, like is very common in the government. We're dealing with citizens. And so some of my favorite ones are the ones where social network feeds are being monitored, Twitter feeds and such, for real-time decision-making, whether it's in preparation or recovery from natural disasters. We've seen quite a lot of that. Or whether it is preventing, being prepared and preventing chaos in the case of civil disturbance or other unpredictable events. This real-time monitoring of the citizens using what the citizens are saying and the locations of all those people, helping the government and the early responders get on the same page in real time. That to me is agile, it's cloud, it's real value, and the infrastructure today can support that. And I think we'll just see that start to multiply. There are success stories there, New York, New Jersey, that will really start to be replicated. I've never worked for government. I've always worked in the private sector and began my life helping technology companies grow their business. Started out in the world of sales and then marketing strategy, and found my way into this government sector and applied those skills for the benefits of the manufacturers that we represent. So we've always been representing commercial technologies, these commercial manufacturers who sell to the government. Government is maybe 10, maybe at most 20% of their business. And so my particular experience and my expertise is about translating what those commercial companies are doing globally for the government, making it applicable and useful to the government, and conversely, helping the government understand what's available commercially. That's where I live. That's what ImmixGroup is all about, providing the right mix of services to help those commercial companies really put their best foot forward in the government, and conversely, helping the government understand what is possible. I like to ground these, next big thing conversations in terms of what the kinds of strategies that are being set. We have a good long history now in the federal government of the Office of Management and Budget being responsible for IT investments. And many times people are critical of what they've done over the years. And I would just say they have a big ship to steer with timelines that are much longer, many years long, compared to how we operate commercially. They put out a strategy, Vivek Kundra's 25-point plan was really instructions to the agency for preparation of forming up the 2013 budget. That was back in 2010, 2011. Well, we still don't have a 2013 budget, right? So years go by. That plan, of course, was only an 18-month plan. It moved forward, and now we have the digital strategy. So when we think about the next big thing, it's a continuum that takes many years, almost a decade, to actually change. So one of the things we need to really come to grips with in this market is the next big thing will take years to come. With that said, we are incrementally moving toward cloud. We are incrementally moving toward shared data stores. And this is the heart of the new digital strategy. For years, for 25 years, the government has built applications to solve a particular problem. The DoD CIO has said that just in DoD, tens of thousands of applications, each with their own database. And that data is not kept current. So the next big thing is shifting over to where we have common data stores that are kept current. And people can tap into those data stores using agile development and creating those tools that we always need here, there, and everywhere, but leveraging common data stores as opposed to creating and recreating our own databases, application by application. That's the big thing. That's what will drive the right information on the right device, the mobility strategy. That's the big thing. And that's where Agile will play, where we can all have access to the common data stores. But it's going to take a long time for that to happen. I think in those big architectural shifts, I think in terms of a decade. That's totally realistic. It's been 3 years since we've been talking about cloud, and we still don't have a budget that reflects cloud.